Chapter 21. Easier? What do you mean? Sharmelle said with a slight lilt to her voice. We'll go to my car through these doors right over there, and I'll fill you in as soon as we get to the car. So, how was your flight, and what's new besides this intriguing case? Sharmelle wasn't surprised that Liz wanted to build up to whatever pertinent information she had discovered. Sharmelle said Liz always knew how to bring the drama. Once they reached Liz's car and headed out of the garage onto 3rd Street, Sharmelle couldn't take the suspense any longer. Okay, Liz, give it up. How is this search easier today all of a sudden? Patience was never one of your virtues, now was it? You know me so well. Now give it up. Well, okay. Lieutenant Nix has agreed to meet us. We're headed there right now, and he found an old notebook with some notes about the fire, and I suspect some notes about Ms. Angie as well. Well, that will certainly be helpful, but did he say what's in the notes? Nope, just that he thinks this morning's visit will be, in his words, fruitful for all parties concerned. So at this point, I'm just as curious as you are. They arrived at Lieutenant Nix's home in one of Detroit's established neighborhoods, clearly upper middle class. Lieutenant Nix was waiting for them just outside the door of his home. If Miss Angie was also sweet on him, as Liz described, Sharmelle's immediate thought was she could certainly understand why. Even in his 80s, Sharmelle's immediate thought was the years had been kind to Lieutenant Carl Nix, with his dark skin, a mane of silver hair, a thin build, and one of those 1,000-watt smiles. My favorite trainee and a royal pain in my backside, Lieutenant Nix said loudly as Sharmelle and Liz approached the steps to the Nix home. Liz could only smile because Lieutenant Nix had become more than just a friend when she was a rookie and then a young officer on the force. He looked out for her, protected her, and gave her a crash course in police department politics. She felt she owed him a debt that she'd never end up repaying. Lieutenant, you know I was the easiest recruit you ever had, Liz said. And this is my good friend Sharmelle St. We're excited to hear and see what you have for us today. Come right on in, my lovelies, Lieutenant Nix said as he smiled at Sharmelle, which made her giggle like a 3rd grader. Lieutenant Nix led them through the foyer and into the family room with 2 oversized pearl-colored sofas. I bet this area is off limits if they ever have any grandkids visiting, Sharmelle thought, but did not say out loud. She and Liz were both surprised to find 2 women seated on one of the sofas, but Liz recognized one of them, Lieutenant Nix's wife, Addie, but she had no clue who this second woman was and why she was joining them. Liz, you already know my wife, Addie. Sweetie, this is Liz's friend, Sharmelle, from Georgia, Lieutenant Nix said with the introductions. And ladies, this is my wife's sister, my sister-in-law, Imogene, and I suppose you're both wondering why they're joining our conversation. Well, as a matter of fact, we are, Liz said. Okay, sit down and let me explain, Lieutenant Nix says. They both remember Angie Pierce and Pierce's beauty shop. You do? Sharmelle said excitedly. Oh, yes, they said in unison. One of the best beauticians in Detroit around those times, Addie Nix said. Then she said, my sister and I went to her every 2 weeks. We were both there the day before the fire.